Okay, so imagine this. You get a little bit extra cash, right? And it hits your bank account maybe a little sooner than you thought it would. Wouldn't that be nice?
It definitely would. And that's what we're diving into today, exploring proposals that could mean more money coming your way.
Yeah. Welcome to the deep dive, everybody. We're going to cut through all the noise and get straight to what matters, which is, well, your wallet. Today, we're focusing on two plans concerning Social Security benefits. And our main goal today is to break these plans down, see how they could actually get you more money, and figure out, how likely they actually are to happen. We got some interesting ideas here. One's from the Senior Citizens League. They're a pretty big deal in this space. And another one comes straight from the source material we've been looking at.
Right. And this source is clearly thinking hard about how to help people financially who are on Social Security. So we're going to unpack all this, see how it's supposed to work, and really focus on the bottom line. How much extra could you be getting, and when could that happen? Let's start with the Senior Citizens League, the TSCL.
All right, the Senior Citizens League, they represent a lot of people, seniors, people with disabilities, people on fixed incomes. They do a lot of advocacy work, and their proposal is pretty attention-grabbing. They're talking about a one-time payment of $495 given to every single person who gets Social Security benefits. That's almost $500. Imagine that just landing in your account.
Now, the interesting part is how they plan to pay for this. The TSCL's idea is to use money that Social Security has already collected, money that was overpaid to some beneficiaries in the past. They say if Social Security can get all that overpaid money back, they could turn around and give everyone this $495.
On the surface, that seems like a good idea, right? Get some extra money to the people who need it. But there might be some snags when you look at the details.
Yeah, that's a key point, feasibility. It's great to have a goal, but can it actually be done? Can Social Security really get back all that overpaid money within, say, a year? That's a massive task. Think about how much money we're talking about and all the work it takes to collect it.
And think about it from the other side, the people who are overpaid. Maybe they don't have all that money sitting around to give back right away, trying to get potentially billions of dollars back so quickly. That seems like a big obstacle. Even the source material we're looking at raises doubts about whether that's even possible with how the system works right now.
Exactly. So for you listening, it sounds good, an extra $495,
Yeah.
but there are serious questions about how they would actually get the money to do it. So the what sounds great, but the how is where things get tricky.
Exactly. So that's the TSCL's proposal. A nice chunk of change, but lots of question marks about how to make it happen. Let's move on to the second idea, which our source calls the SSA savings supplement. This one takes a different approach to potentially increasing your income.
What makes this plan stand out is its structure. It's tiered, meaning the amount you get depends on your current monthly benefit. So it takes into account that different people have different financial needs and tries to give more help to those with lower incomes.
Right. And this SSA savings supplement is talking about a monthly increase, which could really make a difference over time compared to a one-time payment. Let's break down these tiers. If you're getting between $0 and $1,000 per month from Social Security, this plan says you'd get an extra $300 each and every month. That could be a huge help to a lot of people.
And if you're getting between $1,000.01 and $1,500 per month, they're proposing an additional $200 per month. That's a significant bump up in your regular income, which could mean more financial security and flexibility every single month.
And lastly, if you're getting between $1,500 and $2,000 each month, the plan outlines an extra $100 per month. So across these different levels of income, the idea is to give everyone a regular boost to their monthly Social Security checks.
It's important to emphasize that these increases would happen every month. When you compare this to the TSCL plan, which is just a one-time payment of $495, the potential benefit with this plan is way bigger over time. Just think, if someone's getting the $300 monthly boost, that adds up to $3,600 extra every year.
So the big question becomes, where's all this extra money coming from? The SSA savings supplement proposes tapping into a source that's already there, money that's essentially being wasted within big government programs, Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. Our source mentions estimates that say we're talking about $500 to $700 billion lost each year.
And if you look at the estimated cost of this SSA savings supplement, it comes out to about $102.456 billion per year. So compared to the amount of money being wasted, This supplement would only use about 1/5 to 1/7 of those funds.
That's a really interesting point. Instead of trying to raise new money through taxes or borrowing, this plan suggests that we can redirect money that's already being lost or mismanaged. This could be a way to increase benefits without putting a bigger burden on other parts of the system.
That's the key idea here, efficiency. It's not about creating new burdens, but about making the existing system work better and putting the resources where they're most needed.
And our source mentions that this plan, the SSA savings supplement, has been shared with people like Elon Musk, the president, and even Doge, to try and get more attention and support for it. It seems like the person who came up with this plan is really trying to get it out there and make people aware of it.
And that's a good sign, right? It means these ideas are being talked about at different levels. They're going beyond just being ideas on paper. Getting it in front of people like that could help build momentum and make it more likely to be implemented.
So to recap, we've looked at two very different ways that you might get more money in your pocket. The Senior Citizens League plan offers a one-time payment of $495, but whether they can actually get the money for that is a big question mark. The other plan, the SSA Savings Supplement, proposes these tiered monthly increases, which could add up to much more over time, and their funding would come from addressing waste in existing government programs.
That's the big decision point. A single payment can help right away, but consistent monthly increases can make a much bigger difference in the long run, help you budget better, and just give you more peace of mind financially. Think about which one would be better for you and your individual situation.
Exactly. When you compare these two approaches, which one do you think would have a more significant and immediate impact on your personal finances as someone who receives Social Security? Would you prefer a one-time boost, or would those regular monthly increases make you feel more secure and give you more financial flexibility?
These are important questions for every listener to consider. The better you understand these different proposals and how they might impact your finances, the better equipped you are to advocate for the changes that could really benefit you.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into potential ways to increase your Social Security benefits. We hope this has given you a clearer picture of these proposals and how they could affect your finances.
Remember, staying informed is crucial. The more you know about these potential changes, the more you can understand how they might shape your financial future.
Thanks for tuning in to the deep dive, and we'll see you next time.